please state your name and how old you are?
Hi, I'm Nick Hall and I'm 18 years old.
Favourite Christmas present?
Ooh, I'm going on off. My favourite Christmas present was that my mum surprised me and my family with a 4-day trip to London in May half term. Starting the trip in London off going to Chessington World of Adventures, and then the rest is really up to us when we get there. Sightseeing, I guess. No, my favourite celebration is the Maltesers, and I think that is a very publicly accepted.
Maltesers,
Yeah. At the end of term, we got Bodmin KFC.
Yes.
If you were to rate Bodmin KFC out of 10, what would you rate it?
See, I'm a big fan of KFC usually. I really want to know the secret recipe so I can make it myself. But Bodmin KFC was it went up there, you know. It was good because it's KFC. It all tastes the same. But the atmosphere of the place, you know, it's just not to scratch.
How was the chicken?
The chicken was, I mean, it was good. It was tasty. Bit soggy maybe. The bun, the bread was the worst bit. The bun and the burger was fucking vile.
What happened?
I mean, KFC for me was it ruined what was meant to be a really good day, because I went there. I was hungry, very hungry in fact, and I ordered a bit too much for the body that the body can take anyway. One thing led to another, and shortly after I ate the bun, and I knew something wasn't right. I mean, I love my KFC, and it just wasn't the same as something I'd never had before, but not in a good way. And it was soggy. It wasn't toasted, which is it's just such a mistake when you're such a mistake when you're making burgers. It's just to not toast the bun, and I don't know why people don't do it. So I went to I took myself to the toilet, and that's where it happened. I felt really unwell, really sick, and I remember pulling my trousers down, just preparing for the worst. And just before I was able to do that, it just all came out. It was warm, it was wet. I didn't have a change of clothes, because who brings a change of clothes to KFC? And it was on the floor. I know they have cleaners, but that's not a cleaner's job. It's not anyone's job to clean up poo. It was all on the floor, coming out the skirting board on the side. It was a bit on the bottom of the sink. It was alive. It was moving. Really, it took over the whole floor, and I couldn't leave it there. I was wearing a hoodie, but I preferred my hoodie to my shirt at the time, so I took the shirt off, and I just cleaned up as much as I could. It was only then when I realised that it was still coming out as well. My shirt was just covered in poo, and there was still so much more I had to clean up and I had to do. Sorry, I can't do this.
Hi, I'm Mac, I'm 17 and I was with Nick at the time of the incident.
And can you describe to us, please, how your food was that day?
It was soggy and wet and slimy. It oozed down my throat.
And would you relay the same issues with the food? Would you say it was the food's fault, or does he just have a faulty bum?
Would I say it's the food's fault? Absolutely. But Nick's always had problems with his bum. I think the second we saw the food, I knew that it wasn't gonna end well for Nick, especially with his bowel problems.
And would you say that you noticed anything off with Nick while he was eating?
I remember sitting opposite him, and he finished his food, and I just saw this sudden wave of green sweep down his face, and I just knew something was wrong. He got very abruptly, and I didn't have time to say anything to him. He just rushed to the toilet, and I was really, really worried for him.
Then, when he eventually left the toilet and came back out, in what physical state would you say he was at?
He had tears just streaming down his face. It was traumatising. I remember when he was in there, there was a pool of brown just seeping under the door. The screams were quite soul-curdling. Everyone in the restaurant heard it, even the manager. The manager came out and had to evacuate everyone.